Okay, so we're going to do like a beginner's intermediate class just to kind of reset and kind of get our bodies back into the swing of things, guys. Bring our feet all the way together in the middle of our mats, please, and relax those arms down by your sides. Fantastic. Just pull the shoulders back gently, opening that collarbone up, and then just glide those shoulder blades down the back a little bit more. So you feel a bit of a stretch, maybe through the traps, through the front of the chest. Shoulders coming back and down. Really relax the fingertips and the wrists. Hopefully your hands are away from your thighs because you've got a kind of a good shoulder blade position. It should mean the hands are just waving away from the sides of your body. Turn the toes out and turn the heels out. Again, just keep nice bit of alignment. Tense the thigh muscles, so those front quadricep muscles, and then relax them. Your kneecaps should feel like they're just relaxed off a little bit. Let's do that again. So tense those thigh muscles, tense those quads, and then just relax again. Fantastic. Okay, bring your hands onto hips, keeping those shoulder blades back and down. Let's just do a gentle tip forward of that pelvis and a gentle tip back. Good. Gentle rocking forward and backwards. Lovely. So two things here. We're warming up the lower back, kind of lubricating those discs a little bit, and also just getting that brain and your body in line, kind of figuring out where you are in space. Let's get halfway between that forwards tilt and that backwards tilt, that neutral position. Bring the fingertips onto those hip bones, slide the fingers in and down about an inch. Let the tummy completely relax off. You feel quite soft underneath those fingers. And then very gently draw those muscles in and wide. So setting that center. And again, you guys know where your center is and know how you particularly engage it. So just drawing in that center. Lifting through that pelvic floor as well. Just bringing in that really strong, full pelvic position around that neutral pelvic line you just popped in. Fantastic. Just going to breathe in and shrug those shoulders up to the ears and breathe out and glide the shoulder blades down. Two more. Breathing in, glide the shoulder blades up and breathe out, gliding them down. Good. One more. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep those shoulders down. Turn as you breathe in. And look back to the front as you breathe out. Breathe in, look over the other shoulder. And breathe out, come back. Breathe in, turn. Now breathe out, pull the opposite shoulder back, increase that stretch. Breathe in, look back to the middle and just rest there for a sec. Good. All right, breathe in, turn. Breathe out, pull the other shoulder back. Breathe in, release, look towards the front. Fantastic. Two shoulder rolls. Just starting to warm up every little joint in the body. Two full arm circles. Leave the thumbs. Turn your hands at the top and leave the little fingers on the way down. Breathe out as you take the hands up and breathe in as you lower them down. Let's go for one more. Take the hands up and hold them at the ceiling. Lower one arm down and just switch those arms over. Fantastic. So not too many of these. All I need you to do, guys, is close your eyes. So whilst you're doing these little scissors with your arms here, think about the weight distribution in your feet. Because if we're not really engaging through the center and kind of really pressing those feet into the floor, what you'll feel is your body kind of swaying forward and backwards on those toes. So let's really get as much weight. Imagine your feet are like 1,000,000 tons. Lock them into your mat. So as you do your arm scissors, nothing's moving through those feet. Engage that center and rest both arms down. Fantastic. Sink into a half knee bend, just halfway, and stand yourselves up. Hold. Lift the inner arches of your feet up. Let's go again, halfway. Your knees maybe want to turn out a little bit, that's fine. But let's just think about the arches of those feet. So lifting, creating this lovely curve underneath the arch of your foot. Now, as you're doing the next couple, again, still just a halfway, let's think about the weight distribution in those feet, okay? So this time, we're going to keep the weight 50-50 through the front and the back of those feet. Good. So think about it. As we lift and lower, can we keep the weight centered properly? Don't put too much on the front. Don't put too much on those heels. If you need to just go a little bit less, a little bit not so low, just to get that 50-50, that's fine. Last one, stay down there at the bottom. Let's just peel one heel off the floor and put it back down again, but don't drop the arch. Good. Lift the other heel, lower the heel, keep the arch lifted. 4 and down, 3 and down, 2, 1, and then just nice gentle stand up. If that's okay, we'll take it one step further. Sink into the half knee bend, 50-50 weight distribution through those feet. Float both heels up off the floor. Lower both heels down. Keep the arches lifted. Lift both heels, lower both heels. Good. And again, 2 and down, 1. Hold it there. Let's go for a little gentle stand up. Again, take your time. Lower the heels, 50-50 weight distribution. Think of those arches lifted. Do one more of those, so all the way down. 4 heel raises, just up and down. 3, lift that belly button. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. 2 and 1, and then hold those heels up. Tuck the ribs up a little bit now. And stand up, squeezing those bum cheeks together. Float the hands up, challenge that balance a little bit more. Beautiful, guys. And then circle the hands as those heels lower. Great. Just open those hips up for the lunge now. Step forward and step back. Bring the hands onto the hips. What we're going to do is as we lower, we're going to go into that backwards tilt. We're going to exaggerate that tuck under. Relax the shoulders, engage that center. Lower the back knee down, and as we do, tuck that tailbone under, feeling more of a stretch through that front quad, and then lift. Relax the pelvic position. Lower, backwards tilt, lift, relax the pelvis. 3, and lift. With a breath if you want to, breathe out on the way down, breathe in on the way up. 2, and 1. And then just step in, and step in. We should feel a bit of an open side on that hip we've just done. Let's go, other side. Step forward, step back. Lift the back heel up, keep it lifted. As we lower that knee down, backwards tilt, breathe in to lift. 4, 3, 2, and really exaggerate the backwards tilt to get that beautiful quad stretch. 1, and then step in and step in. Good. Double check your hip distance apart. Let's soften through the knees. Just really nice, easy through those knees. 50-50 weight through those feet again, guys. Hinge at your hip. Feel a stretch up back of those hamstrings. Lift the chest, so almost kind of arching the upper back just gently. Get the breastbone a little lower. Lift that belly button up to the ceiling. Really get a beautiful stretch through that hamstring. And then ease up. Straighten the knees to finish. 3 more, a little quicker. Soften the knees. Straight back, but hinge at the hip, hamstring stretch. Hold for the breath in. And then up. Lovely. Okay, and again, soft knees. This time, as you lower, reach that head forward as you reach that bum back. So you're really trying to elongate this line. Stand up, straighten the knees. Let's go for 2 more. Soft knees. Reach the bum backwards as you reach the head forward. And then the last one. Soft knees. Find the hamstring stretch. Hold it there. Rock the weight across onto one foot. Slide one leg behind you. Lift that belly button. So we're a bit lower in the chest than we sometimes are in a swimming position. But let's lift the leg up and down. 2 and down. 3, 4, 5. Try to get that chest nice and low, but keeping the back beautifully straight. 3 more. 2, 1, and then gently glide yourself up. Fantastic, good. Double check the feet, nice and straight. Soft knee, hinge in the middle. Again, it's lower than we normally go because I want that hamstring stretch. Then push the weight across to the other side. Glide the other leg out. Find that balance point. Pull those shoulders back and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Really set that center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, just gently stand up. Fantastic. Okay. Let's go to the edge of the mat facing the legs. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms down. Roll the shoulders forward and drop the chin to the chest. So rounding the upper back. Reach those hands forward to shoulder height. Really stretch through that upper back. Look up at the hands now. Continue looking at those hands as you come all the way to the top. Breathe in when you're looking at the ceiling. And then just breathe out to relax that circle. One more of those. Round forward. Good. Stretch forward. Look forward. And then lift the chest up to the top. Circle down. Now roll down to the floor. Chin to the chest. Shoulders down. One vertebra at a time. Hold that beautiful stretch at the bottom. And then roll up. Squeezing the bum. Tucking the tailbone under. Shoulders, then head to lift. Breathing in. Breathe out on the way down. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out to stand up. Last one, we'll go to floor on the next one. Breathing in. Breathing out. All the way down. Just try to get one vertebra at a time on that movement. Now soften the knees. Or walk your hands forward. Okay, so we're going to go for a leg pulling prone level 2. And I'll give you a variation for wrists in a minute. But let's go to a perfect 4-point kneel, please, guys. So your knees are directly under your hips and your wrists directly under the shoulders. Toes tucked under. So slip your socks off now. For level 2, we're going to take our hands forward, 1.5 hand positions. So 1.5 hand position, but our bum stays back. Lift that chest. We're going to float the knees off the floor, one movement. Then we're going to shoot forward, diagonal line into a full plank position. Number 2. We're going to drive our bums back, keeping the knees low for number 3. And then last but not least, drop those knees to the floor. Fantastic. Let's go again. Lift the knees. Straighten forward. Squeeze the bum cheeks. Rock the weight back. Then lower down. Keep on going, please. If the wrists are sore at the moment, drop to the elbows. You're going to go for lifts and lowers. And if you want to, you can lift the knees and then just do some little bum flicks in between. 4 or 5 before you lower it again. Everybody else, if your wrists are okay, let's move to level 2. Come on, keep on at level 2. Forward and back. Now keep on going. I'll give you one little progression. If you're feeling strong today, as you rock the weight forward and backwards, you don't put the knees down to the floor in between, so you shoot straight forward again. Rock the weight back. Rock the weight forward. Rock the weight back. Now pop in a breath if you want to. Whatever level you're doing, we're going to go for about 10 more seconds. So 2 or 3 more breaths. And whenever you're ready, nice and gentle, lower down, relax the toes, and sit back into a little child pose stretch. Fantastic. Good, guys. So started off, bit of strength, yeah, bit intermediate. Not too easy, but let's roll ourselves back to 4-point kneel, and let's take it down a notch, and let's just mobilize into a cat stretch. So we're still beautifully square, but this time we're going to just tuck the chin in, float that breastbone up to the ceiling, and tuck the tailbone under into a backwards tilt. So as curved as we can be. We're going to breathe in and really expand the back of the rib cage whilst we breathe in here. And as we breathe out, we're going to lower the chest, pull the shoulder blades away from the ears, and then create that beautiful straight line. Breathe in again, holding it there, setting that center. Breathe out into a second cat stretch. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears, guys. Holding again for a breath in. And breathe out. into that straight line. 3 more. Now again, if it's too much on the wrists, you can try the fist position whilst continuing to do the movement. But you can do a cat stretch modified with the elbows on the floor. You just won't necessarily get as much range through the back if you have to tuck yourself down to your elbows. But last one, whatever level you're doing, and hold. And sit yourself down onto your bottom. Good. Now, if we can, we're going to stay in this kind of side saddle position for our seated mermaid. If that's too uncomfortable on your knees, you can go cross-legged, that's fine. Okay? But whichever level, whichever foot position you're in, I really want you to feel equal pressure through both of your bum cheeks. So the bony bits, your sitting bones, need to feel 50-50 on the floor, on your mat. So again, kind of get your bum cheeks out of the way so you can have a proper feel, yeah? And just lift yourself up with a couple of blocks, with your blocks if you need to. When you found that you're level, your hips are level, preferably in this side seated position, but doesn't matter if you're across. Take your hands out, little triangle arms, and lift the chest, really lifting through the back of that neck. We're going to rotate, we're going to stretch to one side only, so even if you're cross-legged, stay going to one side to begin with. If you are side saddle, go to the side where your foot is. So we're going to float the hand up, that's our first part of our stretch, and then we're going to drop the elbow to stretch up and across. Now it's really about reaching, so reach up as you lean. Beautiful stretch through that side. And then just come up. We're actually going to hold the hand back at ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. And again. Keep on going. Now because your leg is there, we can't lift the other bum cheek up, which means we get a better stretch. So keep on going. If you are cross-legged, please make sure that you don't lift that bum up, okay? So as you reach, you almost try to imagine you're pushing that other side into towards your mat anyway. Let's go for one more. Whichever knee position you are at, reach up and across. Lift and then lower that arm completely down. Fantastic. Okay, now we're going to scoot down and go all the way to a dropped elbow. Hand in front. Tuck and stack those feet up. Beautiful. We're going to go to side bend level 1. Hand on top. Lift that chest up. Pull both shoulders back and down. We're going to breathe in, taking the hand up to the ceiling. Breathe out into a beautiful stretch. Now take yourself all the way into that side stretch. And breathe in, lower back down again. Breathe out, set the center. Breathe in, hand to the ceiling. Breathe out across. Breathe into the floor. Breathe out, set center. Breathe in, hand to the ceiling. Breathe out across. Breathe in, down. Let's go 2 more, fantastic. Breathe out, set. Breathe in. Breathe out, stretch. Keep the knees together, guys, all the way down, fantastic. Keep the chest lifted. Last one, breath in, shoulder back. Breath out, beautiful curve. Breath in, hold, gorgeous. All the way to the floor. Get your block, your ball, your cushion, whatever it is, pop it underneath your head. Hand in front, stack those feet up. Touch the base of your rib cage. We'd love that bit to be tucked into. If you feel your ribs kind of sticking out a little bit, literally tuck them backwards. Shorten the distance down between your ribs and your pubic bone to get a much better abdominal connection. Now bring the hand onto your hip. Taking that hip, pushing it away from your head, creating a lovely length through that top waist. Let's go into a simple clam level 1. So float the knee up and down. 2 and down. 3. Good, fantastic. Really keeping it nice and simple to begin with. As we lift and lower that knee, we're keeping that hip completely still. It's really easy, especially at plan level 1, where your movement's smaller, to think, oh, I'll make it really big, but normally you kind of cheat and the body turns. So really just isolate one leg, lift and lower. Last one. Take both feet up off the floor. Turn that hip, just tip that hip forward like an inch or 2. Pull that shoulder back and down, still set the center still, and then take the knee up and down for a climb level 2. 2 and down. 3, good. 4. Try to make the way down really quite slow and quite smooth. The way up's kind of the easy part. The way down is the bit that actually get a lot of strength through that bum cheek. It feels like it should be the way up, but actually it's the way down that we get that kind of extra strength. So make that bit slow and smooth. 3, 2, 1, and down. And then roll onto your back. Fantastic, guys. Whichever leg was your top leg, fold it over the other. And then pull that leg either using your hands or the other leg in towards your chest. Find that angle, so kind of wiggle the leg around a little bit until you find that big point of wow for your stretching your glutes, and hold it. 2 breaths. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders, but use the arms to pull that leg into the chest. 2nd breath in and out. Fantastic. Then when you're done, gently unfold. Roll yourself back onto your side. Lift yourself up gently into that seated position where we started. Take the hands behind you. Sweep the legs back and around. Again, if you are in this side saddle position, cross-legged is fine. Hands out wide, triangle arms, chest lift, long through the back of the neck. Set that center. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. We keep on going. So we keep the chest, the face visible, don't drop into that position. If you want to, you can almost exaggerate it by kind of almost turning the chest up slightly, get a really good stretch through that side. So if you feel like you're being kind of lost in your own armpit, definitely turn that chest and become a little bit more open. Breath out, breath in. One more. Breath out, breath in. Fantastic, guys. Lower yourself down. Okay, drop down to that elbow. Unfold the legs and stack them up together. Ready for our side bend level 1. Again, forearm down, but wherever your hand feels comfortable. Lift the chest. Float the hand up to the ceiling. Breath in. Breath out. Breath into the floor. And then breath out just to reset that center. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Reset that center. Breath in. Fantastic, guys. Good. Just really taking a little bit of strength through the shoulder. But let's really make it, as it's our level 1, a big old spinal mobilizer. But with that extra exhale, we're getting that real nice abdominal connection. So it's a bit ab workout as well, without it being like a burny ab workout. But we're still really using those front panel muscles. Let's do one more for luck. One more from the other side. Breathing out. Breathing in. And just rest. So, arm down, underneath. Block, cushion, ball, pillow, jumper, whatever it is you've got. Hand on hip, push it down. Create that length. Hand on the base of the ribs. Tuck it in if we need to. Shorten that distance, engaging through those abdominal muscles. Flex the feet, stack those heels, lift and lower that top knee. Lift and lower. Fantastic. Breathing out and breathing in. Great. Just go for a few more of those. Nice plan number one. Loads packed into today's session, so to really move smoothly, but no holds, no mucking around. Fantastic, good. Two more. Lift and lower, just engaging that back portion of your hip. Good. Now float both feet up. Lengthen through that hip and just tip that front hip forward just an inch or two. Lift that top knee and lower. And that's that slow way down, and so slow on that glide. So the lift is strong, but the lower is really smooth. And actually, if you try to take it slow, you'll see that's where the kind of the jerky shakiness kind of kicks in. So lift and then just watch it. Can you make it that real smooth movement? Beautifully slow and absolutely controlled. Let's lift the pelvic floor for 3 more. 2 more. Natural breath pattern. 1 more. Lower the feet. Excellent, guys. Lay on your back. Block under your head. Whichever leg was your top leg, fold it under. Sorry, fold it over and then pull into the chest. Again, remember using the knee or just the arms. It's up to you. Breathing in and out, relaxing those shoulders. Pull in a little bit further. Find that absolute point of wow stretch. 1 more breath in and breath out. And then gently ease off. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to keep a cushion, a block, whatever it is underneath your head, but I want the ball available at your side. Okay, so if you did have the ball under your head, just swap that round. Because to start off with, we're going to have that little head raised so we can see the knees, but really comfortably, so we're not tensing that neck muscle at all. Float the arms down by our sides, opening through that collarbone. Bringing those heels quite close to your bottom to begin with. Bring our hands onto our hips, and again, just reset, a little beginner's part. Roll into your backwards tilt, pressing that lower back into the floor, and then releasing it to a forwards tilt, lifting the lower back away from the floor. So we're rolling back and forward. So really nice and gentle. Now where your hip bones are, guys, take your fingers below your hip bones and into that muscle there, that's your hip flexors. As we do this kind of real gentle movement, we really want it to be, don't engage those muscles too much. So keep those hip flexors quite soft. 1 more, forward and backwards. And then just find that kind of halfway point that we talk about. So where your curve is quite natural. Relax into that movement. Now just with the rib cage, if you're at the back of the rib cage, like where you wear your bra strap or heart rate monitor, just kind of melt that area down into the mat just a little bit. You'll feel a bit more abdominal connection, like a bit more abs. Perfect, that's what we're looking for. So a really strong center with that additional rib cage press. Okay, so we're going to go diamond hands. So fingertips touching, thumbs touching. Pop them on your belly. So your fingertips are on your pubic bone. Your thumbs are towards your belly button and the heels of your hands are on your hip bones. Drop the elbows to the floor for stability. Take 1 leg up to a single leg tabletop. Nothing in those hand positions should have moved. We're going to start with a 1 leg circle level 1. So just start by rotating. Imagine you've got a pencil attached to that knee and you're just drawing gentle circles on the ceiling. So whilst you're doing your gentle circles, you're looking at your static knee. That knee is not allowed to move anywhere. So press the heel to the floor, further engage the abdominals, and use those hands to ensure the pelvis isn't moving. Now reverse that circle. So same leg, so just a bit of endurance, but it is only level 1. Keeping that small arch under your lower back. Engage center. Heels of your hands should be in line still. We don't want to tip that pelvis around. To keep a normal breath pattern to begin with. Let's do one more. Hold that start position. Now when you put that foot down and relax, the whole body shouldn't kind of change and move because we've kept it nice and strong. So let's go again. Elbows down, shoulders back, engage center, soft ribs, neutral arch, second leg into tabletop. Start the circle. So we're still looking at the knee that's not moving. We're just taking back a simple movement, but really making sure we're doing it to absolute perfection. One leg circle is a classic movement where actually you can do levels 3 and 4, sometimes much easier, but we're not particularly using the exact stabilizing muscles. And level 1, there's no room to hide. Let's reverse that circle. So we're looking at the knee of the foot that's on the floor. No movement. I'm looking at it. I'm starting to wobble. So focus on pressing that heel into the floor, setting that center, stabilizing the torso. Use the elbows, use the shoulders, that's fine. Let's do one more. And just put that foot down. And again, when you relax, nothing should really change in the body. Excellent. Now, we're going to stay at level 1, but we're now going to bring the ball in to make it much harder. So you're going to shoulder bridge up, squeeze the bum to lift your hips off the floor, to put that ball underneath your bottom, and then lower the bottom down. So now all the weight is on your bum, and all the weight is on the ball. So now when we find our neutral pelvis, you're going to take your time, just find that halfway point again, setting the center. Now when you lift into a single leg tabletop, we've got much less support. So a lot of looking at that knee, thinking about how the elbows can help you. Let's go again. And if we try to make that circle a little bit bigger, you should feel like, yeah, that's really unwobbling. And you know, if it's too easy, lift the elbows up. You know, how much actually are you doing with the upper body? And how, you know, do you start really wobbling when you lose some of that upper body stability? Probably, and that's fine. 2 more. Use the abdominals. Press the ribs into the floor. Reverse the circle. 6. 5. Good. 4. 3. Looking at the opposite knee only, just to make sure that we're really stabilizing through that bum that's on the floor. Last one. Switch the legs over again with minimal movement through that torso. Let's go again. Starting the circle gently, pressing the heel into the floor, squeezing the bum cheek of that side, drawing that belly button towards your back, pressing the rib cage towards the floor. If you think your elbows are doing so much of the work, just float them off the floor. You'll probably straight away find that a lot harder to stabilize, but that's good. Got to work on it. Reverse that circle. Beautiful. Relax the neck, guys. Relax the jaw. Keep the breath completely natural. 4 more. Just again, circling the ceiling with the pencil that's glued to your knee. 2 and 1. And rest that knee down. And when you're completely rested on that ball, should be quite comfy, the lower back. Now we're going to take the ball, listen to this one, we're going to take the ball about 2 inches towards the heels, but it's still under your bum. So when you drop your lower back now, your lower back's got this really beautiful curve on it. So you're dropping that lower back in. So do a backwards tilt, but the ball is just balanced on your kind of coccyx area. It might feel like it's going to ping out. Just a little relaxer. Just opening that lower back position. And then hug your knees into your chest. Again, if the ball pings out, fine, fine. But it can just support lifting that lower bit of your back so your lower back can just get a little bit more curved and stretched. I'm going to take one leg circle a bit further. We'll be less worried about it being necessarily so slow. Let's get a bit of range in there today. Get the ball away if it hasn't already popped off. Put those feet down. I'm going to go for ball under my head, just because it's comfortable, but you can have your head on the floor if you want to. We're going to take the hands out now, away from the side of our mat. So just past the side of our mat. Soften the elbows off slightly, nice flat palms, shoulders into the floor. Go into that original leg that we worked on and straighten up with that leg. So we're going to go for our one leg circle level 2. We're going to try to take that circle much bigger than we normally do. And we're almost going to sweep, sweep the floor, lift up again. Hold it there, got to get rid of this ball. Let's see if I can roll it and it stays there. Before we come back in a minute. So we're circling it, we're sweeping our foot along the floor and then lifting it straight line. Nice. Okay, 4 in this direction. Lift and circle. Now your arms are stabilizing you. You're still not allowed to move the other leg. You've still got to stabilize through this hip here. Now reverse the circle. Drop the foot. Circle it wide and lift. 4. Down. Fantastic. Circle, lift. Looking at the other knee, using those hands to stabilize. Lots of range in the hip, but we're still using our torso to stabilize the movement. Hold, drop, rest. Reset the center if you need to. Straighten that second leg in the air. Take it wide. Sweep it down, lift. Take it wide, sweep it down, lift. Good. 4 more, 6 in total. 3. Now make it smooth, still good. It's all about stability, guys. Although we're getting a bit of range today, it is all about stabilizing that torso. The other knee isn't allowed to go anywhere. Reverse the circle, so leg starts up. Then it drops, then it goes lovely and wide, back to the ceiling. Excellent. Down, circle and wide. Stabilize the torso. Stabilize the other knee. Although we're doing lots of beautiful work in that hip, got to be a stable one. Use the hands to help you. 2 more. Breath in if you want. Breath out, but keep the breathing natural. And hug that knee into the chest. Straighten out the other and then open that knee to create a nice wide pubic bone stretch area. Good. Hold it for 3, 2 and 1. I'll tuck that knee in. Tuck the other knee in and then stretch that original leg out. Take that knee away from the midline. Can turn that bottom leg out as well, so turn the knee away and create that nice stretch. Breath in, nice big stretch, breath out, knee into the chest, roll it in, 3, 2, 1 and rest. Now we're going to take that mobility further, ball between the knees, curl yourself to the floor. Heels close to the bottom, pull those shoulders back and down, feet hip distance apart with those arches lifted, roll into your backwards tilt, squeeze your bum cheeks together and lift the hips for our shoulder bridge level 1. Stay at the top, reach those knees away from the nose, create a kind of a stretch through the front of those thighs, and then peel above the bra strap, on the bra strap, below the bra strap, so really working through one vertebrae at a time and just uncurl at the bottom. You know the drill. Backwards tilt, bum cheek squeeze, peel up, but reach those knees away, reach, reach, reach. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out. Breathe in the bottom. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, lower. Right, we do 3 more of those. So yes, level 1, but take the opportunity that we're doing level 1 to really focus on each vertebrae touching the floor, absolutely one at a time. And obviously you'll know if you've got that stiff bit in your back, because it just lifts up like a pancake. A lot of you will know where that stiff bit is, that's fine. But that's obviously what we're working on, opening those stiff bits, squeezing the glutes. Got to be coming from a nice bum cheek workout, fantastic. Now at the top of the next one, you're going to stay up there. Reach those fingertips down towards your toes, opening those collarbones. Lift one heel off the floor and drop it down. Lift the other heel off the floor and drop it down. Now keep on doing a little march with those heels, lift and lower, alternating sides. Squeeze the ball, keep going. So a little bit more work for those inner thighs. Keep the bum cheeks squeezed, centers engaged. Again, if your hamstrings start to kind of cramp, just lower down, stretch out, start again. Lift and lower. 3, 2, 1. Make sure both heels are pressed into the floor and then take yourself down. Good, okay, hopefully not too much cramping going on there. Let's take it a little bit further. Both heels at the same time, shoulders back. Roll up, breathing out as you lift, breathe in to hold. Now both heels lift and both heels lower. Good. 8 and down. 7 and down. 6, down, hips up. 5, hips up. 4, shoulders released. 3, belly button in. 2, keep breathing. 1, now squash those heels into the floor and then roll down. Take the ball away. Yourselves a big stretch out, those hamstrings and hips probably are like, whew. Thank you very much. And we're just going to do one little extra into that level. No ball, get it away. Slide those feet back in again, one at a time. Now remember, if you want to, if you want to just stick at the one heel up at a time, that's fine, or 2 heels. Hands down, shoulders wide, heels in close to your bottom. Roll up into that shoulder bridge. Just a simple scissors level 1. So a single leg tabletop. No dipping of those hips and down. Good. Other side, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now keep on going. Now think about the weight in your arms. We should kind of keep the weight 50-50 through those arms. So I really want the bum and the hips to stabilize this movement. Yeah, it shouldn't really be the arms doing too much work. The neck, your jaw should be perfectly relaxed. 3, 2, 1, and gentle, gentle roll down. Beautiful, guys, and stretch out, well deserved. Arms above the head as well. Let's really open up through that chest, through that front panel, because in a minute I'm going to close it down again. So stretch, 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 fingertips and hands apart. Float those arms back down those sides. Bring those feet back in again, one at a time. Take the ball, pop it back in between the knees, lower down. Heels close to the bottom, hands interlaced fingers behind the head. Lift the elbows up into your peripheral vision, just so you can see them out the corner of your eye. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and tuck that rib cage down. Okay, really focus on that small space in your lower back. So when we go into ab prep now, the chin tucks the chest and the breastbone float. We keep that small space underneath your lower back. Lower down. Now guys, really want to focus on ribs glide horizontally towards your pubic bone. So as we lift again, chin in, ribs glide horizontally down, and then leave, release off. Good. Breathe out to lift, glide the ribs down. Breathe in to return. 5 more. Exaggerate the breath. Get more abdominal connection if you do. Now, don't lower the head all the way down. And lift again. And lower halfway down. 6, halfway down. 5, halfway down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Breastbone, lift and lower, pulse. Just the breastbone. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower the head and stretch the arms above your head again. Okay, good. Little ab prep round. Little rhythm. Let's go again. Same thing. Fingertips behind the head, elbows lifted. Focus on that small space in that lower back. Let's bring the heels a bit closer to your bum and bring your feet a bit closer together to squeeze those knees a little bit more. Now on this next round, focus on lifting your pelvic floor up. So imagine all the way through this movement, you need a wee. So you're drawing those muscles up and in. So you need a wee. Let's go again. Breathe in. All the way up. All the way down. You still need a wee. 7. And down. 6. And down. 5. 4. 3. 2. And don't lower down all the way. Good. Check the elbows nice and wide. 8 more. Half, lift and lower. 7, 6, oh, burning tummy. 5, 4, you still need a wee. 3, 2, hold it up there, elbows wide, chin tucked in, just from that breastbone. Pulsed breath. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Legs can go as well. Woo! Well done. Okay, fantastic. Beautiful stretch and a definite bit of work, strength work. Through those abdominals, just underneath the ribs, maybe that's where that kind of burning maybe should be. Nothing in the lower back. Nothing in the lower back. And again, if you do feel in the lower back, you've got to ask me why. Don't want to be feeling it there. Let's stretch those arms back down both sides. Take those feet up. Don't want the ball. Let's start and cool down. So take my legs up, straighten, pointed toe, interlace the fingers behind our thigh, and just gently pull that hamstring into a nice stretch. Now, mainly, I want a straight knee here. Okay, so if you're kind of all the way in, your knees bent, it's just not a good hamstring stretch. So really let the thigh go away and focus on straightening up with the knee, then pull in. That's the best stretch you can get. So holding that for 1 more breath in and breath out. I'm sure you've all been holding it perfectly. And bend the knee and switch side. Double check pelvis, relaxed. Second leg in the air, pelvis is still relaxed. Interlace the fingers, straighten the knee, and then go. 3 breaths. 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Fantastic. Roll onto your side, please, my lovely guys. Sit ourselves up. Fantastic. Okay. Onto a cross-legged position. We'll get the ball just to help us into this stretch. I'm just going to use the ball to give us, just basically provide resistance. When we lean ourselves forward, we've got something to kind of work on. Now, it doesn't matter how low you go, but when you get into your most stretched position, just stay there. Floppy, 3 breaths. Floppy, 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 3 breaths. Nothing tense in the body. Shoulders, jaw, hips, knee, feet, everything's relaxed. And after that 3rd breath, use the ball to start rolling you back in again. Now take that ball into the direction of one of your knees. And we're going to stretch to the side. Same drill. Your breastbone is kind of aiming towards your thigh. And then when you're there, doesn't matter how low you go, just stretch. Relax into that movement. 3 breaths. Use the ball to stabilize you. Now, if you're on your left leg, use your right hand. If you're on your right leg, use your left hand. Lift it up to the ceiling and open up the chest into a stretch, using that ball to stabilize. Breathe in, breathe out. Put the hand back down again. Walk in. Nice, beautiful. Okay, let's go. Other leg, other thigh. Walk it away. Breastbone to thigh, drop the chest. Breathe in and out. Again, whichever is the other arm now, lift it up so we can open the chest wide. Get an extra stretch through that side, hopefully. Just rest into it. Ease it down and walk back. All the way back to stand. Oh, lovely. Okay, get rid of the balls. We've got a little bit of wandering standing, so let's get up there. So if we can, thinking test of those knees, rock the weight forward and uncurl them. If not, just uncurl them, that's fine. Tuck the toes under, just sit back on your tootsies, give those toes a quick stretch. Be nice to them, but give them a quick stretch. Sit back on the heels, tuck the chin in, lift the bum in the air, and curl yourself up to standing. Shoulders and head. Lift, okay. So we want to be off your mat. Off your mat now. We want the most stable surface that you've got. So some of you will be on carpet, that's fine, but obviously even like laminate, that's even better. It's much more stable. We're going to try to work through those ankles, but kind of one at a time. So we'll start off with your hands on your hips. Relax shoulders. Tippy toe one foot. And basically just draw some little circles with the ankle. I mean, your knee will follow, but the circle is with the ankle bone. And then just circle the ankle in the other direction. Good. Perfect. So put it down. And then the other ankle, just roll it around. And then the other way. Good, 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 good. Okay, fine. And then down again. Okay. Here's what we can do. We're going to have our hands out to the sides to help us balance. We're going to float both heels up. Now, I know we can do that. That's not a problem. We're going to rock the weight across to one side. So we've got most weight on one foot. And we're going to lower ourselves down, trying to get as much weight on that one foot as we can. Now, 50-50 those feet at the bottom. Lift up, 50-50, same side, push the weight across. Lower the weight on that heel. Now, hopefully that's okay. So the next time you lift and rock the weight across, using the hands for balance, we're going to take the other foot off the floor, holding it for as much time as we can in that one foot balance, and then lower the heel down one foot. Put the foot down again. Good. Okay, 2 more on that side. Lift both feet, rock the weight across, hold. Take the other foot off the floor. Try to maintain the balance before you lower down slowly. Good, okay. 2 more? I've lost count. Let's go for 2 more. Up, across, lift the foot, find the balance, lower down. Great. Okay, up, across, hold, find the balance, so lower. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side. Okay. Up, across, keep the foot on the floor, weight goes down. Okay, nice. Okay, up, across, weight as much weight as you can on that foot, good. Now 3 more, let's try to take the other foot off the floor. So you're always gonna have one stronger side. You'll figure it out basically now, which side your strongest side is. So lift, weight across, foot off. Hands can be doing whatever they want to do. Lower the heel, excellent. Last one, lift, weight across. This is where you need to be not on your mat. Your mat's just even that little bit too squidgy. Lower. Okay, good. Now if that's okay, we're going to try to do 5 on one side, up and down. But obviously if it's too wobbly and you're not sure, not confident, just do the 2 up, 1 down. If you're thinking, I could go, okay, lift one foot off the floor. Just have it floated so it's kind of ready to help. Arms doing whatever it wants to do. Engage the centre. Get taller. 5, lift. She says, falling over and lower. Good. 4, up and down. Beautiful. 3 and down. Good. Hands to help. 2 and down. And 1 and down. Excellent. Okay, good, good. Bit of burn in that calf, yeah? Finishing off really strong. Okay, 5 on the other side. This is my weaker side. Let's go. 5, lift and lower. Try to hold the top. So it's like, you know, yeah, I've got control. Then lower. Good. 3, then lower. Try and slow down the way down. That's to me as well. Lift, slowly down. Good. Last one. Lift, hold, lower. That's what I went wrong. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. You've got some good strength in those ankles. Okay. Stagger the stride. Push the back heel down. And then just bend that back knee slightly to give yourself a nice little calf stretch. Good. 3, 2, 1. And then just stride the other leg back. Bend the back knee. Again, just to give you a little calf stretch. Perfect. 3, 2, 1, and back. Alrighty, let's get back to together. Turn out, perfect line. Shoulders back and down, tall back of the neck. 2 roll downs. Breath in, floppy. Chin, shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back. Lift that tailbone to the ceiling now. So forwards tilt. And then backwards tilt to curve up to standing. Lift shoulders, head. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Circle the arms up, corkscrew, fingertips in, shrug the shoulders up and down. Reach the hands up, circle. 1 more of those, that looks nice. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, shrug, breathe out, release. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, circle. 2 full arm circles. 1. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. 2 shoulder rolls, hands on hips. 1. 2 shoulders back and down. 2 head rolls. 1. Sweep it down. 2. Sweep it down. Just the turn now. 1. Breathe in, hold the stretch. Breathe out, turn. Breathe in, hold the stretch. Breathe out, look to the front. Bring the chin in just an inch. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Widen those collarbones, look like a snob. Shoulders glide down the back. Tuck the ribcage in just a little bit. Just engage that top abdominal area. Lift the pelvic floor. I need a wee. Squeeze the bum cheeks together. Tense the thighs, release the thighs. Lift the inner arches of those feet up. And little homework, arches. So you're going to focus on the arches of your feet for the rest of the day. Keep them lifted. All right, guys, nice breath in and breath out. Thank you very much, and well done. Excellent, guys.